Few things you can never take from me. That's my heart, my talent, my soul. Enough of them I move like carbon copy and out of control.
And I close it with a kiss. And when I write down, we better get it on time. I'm sending you a 4-page letter. Hey people, so I know y'all saw me just now vibing, and you know you can't play much because of copyright on YouTube, but today I'm paying tribute to Aaliyah. So I'm just listening to her music throughout the day. For those who don't know, because I know there will be some who may not have known or got to experience her and her music and her talent. Aaliyah was a singer, a well-known singer coming up in her career, a dancer, an actress, you name it, she did it, and she did it awesome. Aaliyah would have passed today in 2001, August 25th, 2001. She would have passed in a plane crash, herself and 8 other members. She was born in January 16, 1979. So she would have passed at a very tender and young age in her career. But despite her, young age and not being able to fully have the longevity in her career, she still impacted so many that her loss was a big deal for a number of persons, whether it was for persons who knew her personally or whether it was for her fans. I personally was one of her fans. I remember growing up, she was more or less, you could say, one of my biggest inspirations or role models. I loved everything Aaliyah, her movies, everything, her music. I knew them word for word, would play them over and over and over. And I remember I was at a friend's house when the news broke that she had got into a plane crash from filming one of her music videos, and she had passed. She was amongst one of those that would have perished. And I can remember I bawled like I knew her personally, because like I said, she was a really big inspiration for me growing up. I always knew I was a creative. I also always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I always knew I had a love for the arts, and something about her I felt a connection to. I could say that was my first time really saying that I've experienced what being starstruck, or as they would put it. So I remember I cried and 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 I bawled like she was a family member. It was honestly hurtful. It was hurtful to know that she had passed at such a tender age in her career. She still had a long way to go, but in the space of time that she would have had, she impacted so many people that some persons wouldn't get to do in a lifetime. So her time truly was a blessing, and she truly did give of her talent, and she had such an infectious personality. To know her was to love her. And when I said know, whether it's that personal connection or whether it was through her interviews, and you could tell that she really had a genuine soul and she was a genuine person. So Aaliyah, I miss you, forever love you. I know some people might find this a little cuckoo, a little weird, but oh well, I don't care. I don't believe that you have to know someone personally for there to have an impact on you. From you respect that person, you respect what they did, and the fact that they were inspiration for you and so many others, and their values and just their work, and however it impacted you in a great way to push. That's all you need. That's legit all you need. You don't need to have a personal one-on-one relationship. So this is me paying tribute to the great Aaliyah Dana Haughton from this Caribbean girl, Mika Meeks. And I will be remembering you throughout the day. And I just want to say, you did it. Aaliyah, nicknamed the Princess of R&B. We love you. We miss you. We cherish you. For those of you who, you may not know about her, you can always YouTube. And I know there was something happening with her music, so I'm not sure just how much you're gonna find, but she had some really big hits, only at 22 years old, and she was already making waves and making a name for herself and respected, so just go on Google her, do some research, and you'll see how much her personality was very infectious and genuine and loving. You all that this is a no kidding moment. I have had this in my room since. This was a newspaper clipping, and as you can see how old it is, how brown it is, and I have had this newspaper clipping of her in my room from that time when she would have passed, and it was all in the news. I saved this and I kept this ever since then. I would have cleaned off my door with other posters I had as I got older, but this never moved. This one and this one here with her. So this is just to show you guys, this is no joke thing. Nothing but this is a joke or, trying to be part of a trend or nothing like that.